We get music.
Good morning. Welcome back to Shani and Melz in the morning. We made it through the first full week in January, right? Or is this the second week in January? Am I throwed off that bad?
We see, no, we didn't make it. We just you see, as we as Shawnee's ineffective way of telling time right about now. We in the second week of January, and let's be honest here, we dragging. All right, we dragging our ass over this finish line to the second week.
Yes, we are, but we're here. It's Friday, and I'm on a party and get my groove on, in the famous words of Sir Charles Jones.
You ain't finna party. You ain't finna party. You know
I
it.
want to listen to some brown liquor music and Sir Charles Jones. That is my favorite song. When I heard that song, I fell in love with that song because everything that he said in that song is so true.
It's Friday,
Hmm
and I'm gonna get my groove
And
on.
I'm partying and get my groove on.
Shout
And
out
then
to
he said he want to spend his whole check on him. Hey, Chris. Good morning. Thank you for
Chris.
joining us.
His whole check. I don't know about that.
That's what he want to listen. He said, "Look, I done took care of the kids, the wife. Listen, now I'm about to do something for me." He said he gonna put his gators on, pull out his little suit, and go get his groove on. It's Friday.
All right then. Well,
Now I might not go nowhere and party and get my groove on, but I'm gonna sit here and enjoy some liquor music
that's right.
today and tomorrow when the show comes on.
Speaking of brown liquor music, partying until your check gonna lead to your last $2, and you're gonna
Yes.
be there for the jukebox. You're gonna need one.
I,
You're gonna need one for the jukebox and
the
one
other for the
for the bus for the ride home, right?
yes.
So be careful out there. Brown liquor music once again debuting
hmm
this weekend, Saturday night at 6 p.m.
I'm
on
gonna put that mix together because after that, after you spent your last, because you spent your last $2 at the hole in the wall. You went. It's Friday. You went and got your party on at the hole in the wall,
That's right. That's right. And you put your last $2. Now
and
you
that
got
took you
your
to your
last two
last $2.
dollars. Got to be careful.
And and now when you get home, your wife want to know. No, now you asking yourself, who's making love to your old lady while you was out making love? Good morning, Dad.
Morning, sir. I miss y'all too, Chris. I miss y'all too. Missing me over there in Cove. I miss y'all too out there. But
I miss y'all too. Truth be
uh,
told.
Johnny too. But it's not. But matter of fact, this weekend, this matter of fact, Monday, I will be in Thailand, getting things rolling out there. Finally. So
Congratulations. Oh, my godfather is on. Good morning,
morning.
Patty. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And
Good
happy
morning.
birthday again.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy
It
birthday.
was it was a couple of weeks ago.
All right, dude.
I did send a happy birthday on Facebook though. But good morning, Patty. How are you? In Abilene.
No doubt. Out there in Abilene. We appreciate
Hmm
everybody statewide, worldwide checking us out, even on the podcast. Shout out to the podcast audience once again checking us out.
Good morning, Sherry.
Stupid numbers. Good morning, Sherry, out there.
Yes, Sherry, I agree with you too.
What's
Thank God I'm fabulous. That's what TGIF stand for. Say that, Sherry. Thank God you are fabulous. Yes, thank
my people?
God I'm fabulous.
Earl on the check-in. Good morning,
Good
family.
morning, DJ Earl. Now, DJ Earl, are you a part of Brown Liquor Music, or will we be able to hear one of your mixes in that?
We got to get Brian. We got to get Earl trained up. We got to get Earl trained up. We got to get him trained up on his Southern Soul. But he
Okay.
he's one of the illest out there though. We got to get him trained up. He East Coast cat. We got to get him trained up on the Southern Soul. We gonna get him right though.
Oh, he East Coast. Okay. So
We
that
He
says it all.
does. He did mix for me on Kiss. One of the baddest out there though. He's one of the best in the game. Like he's DJ'd for Jamie Foxx personally and other folks as well. So he's well known cat, very good dude, stand up cat. That's my G. But speaking of mixing brown liquor music, this weekend, Saturday nights at 6 p.m. on 92.9 WTUG in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and also on the WTUG app. And then on Sunday afternoons from noon until 3 p.m. on WBOB internet
BOB.
radio. Shout out to Brian O'Brien and the fan putting me on that one. 3 hours of Southern Soul and Blues in the mix. And plus, we're going to be interviewing Jeter Jones, the king of the Trail Ride Blues this week. and also debuting some new music from some new Southern Soul artists, including Chris Ivy. So shout out to everybody. Brown Liquor Music, Melz on the MIC, the United States All-Star DJs, Saturdays at 6 p.m. on WTG, and Sundays noon to 3 on WBOB. That's what we do. All right? That's what we do. All right?
That's what we do.
Brown Liquor Music. That's where we at. So it's Friday. We made it to the weekend. Getting ready to head into the MLK weekend. Let us not forget that as well. It is the MLK weekend. This is the weekend we recognize as, and it also today would have been Dr. King's 92nd birthday. If you
Ooh-wee.
92 years old. Has his dream been realized yet? Apparently not.
We still having dreams. Some dreams have come true. Some dreams have turned into nightmares.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess the important part is that we're still working towards them, and everyone, um, people will at least acknowledge Dr. King
Well, I
and
will
what he
say.
stood for.
Yeah, well, you're gonna probably just remember this weekend. You're gonna see a bunch of people who don't really believe in what Dr. King's standing for, posting quotes and trying to call for peace and all this other stuff. When them jokers was just a week ago trying to overthrow the government. So please stay woke on that. All right, don't fall for none of the shenanigans in the bull issuery that you're gonna see this weekend.
Well, Donald Trump said that he talked to him. No, not Donald Trump. Um, his the White House secretary. Um, he's not there anymore. He quit.
Oh,
But you don't remember he was speaking with April Ryan, and he said, well, we talked to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
oh, word.
And
Well,
everybody was like, "How you do that?" He did.
which one was this though? Because you know he went through like a dozen of them in his 4 years.
The first one, the very
Okay,
first one.
that's why I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, and they
It
had
was
to
so many.
they had to correct them and say, "No, that's Martin Luther King Jr. the third
The third.
that you talked to. You didn't talk
You
to
talk to
Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin
Because
Luther
if you did that, y'all need to pull him out of hiding.
for real. If he in Canada somewhere, you know,
Y'all done pulled a Elvis or a Tupac on us with that one.
that's, well, that's y'all president. That's y'all president with his tomfoolery. Like I said, that's why I didn't remember that one because, like I said, he went through like 15 press secretaries in 4 years. You get elected once, you impeached twice. That's, I mean, I don't know how that works, but you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And you still got these folks still out here acting a fool. And like I said, just be mindful of that this weekend. You're gonna see a bunch of people who don't really believe in what Dr. King's message. They would have been against Dr. King. You got to remember this about Dr. King. At the time when he was alive, 61% of Americans hated Dr. Martin Luther King. Let me
Hmm.
repeat that again. That was a national poll conducted several in the year leading up to his death. overwhelmingly 60% of Americans hated Dr. Martin Luther King and thought he was a troublemaker. Some even referred to him as a terrorist, and that's the fact. And now here you are, some 40 years later, and the same folks will be using his name in vain, if you will, to try to trump up peace. And they want peace now. I didn't want peace last week. So just pay that no mind, all right? Let's keep it moving. What else we got on the agenda today on this Friday?
You know, there was an update about Dr. Dre, but I don't know what it was. I didn't, the update popped up and I didn't click on it.
Uh,
Um,
well, I did see. Well, I did see that we are starting to get information about Dr. Dre's wife and her divorce proceeding, saying paperwork has been filed, and in the paperwork, she's alleging that Dr. Dre abused her and gave specifics, including two separate incidents where she says Dre put a gun to her head. Now, the thing I find fishy is this happened 19 years apart. She was like the space in between these two incidents of when he put a gun to her head are 19 whole ass years apart. So you
I
know,
mean,
and
but that's what abusers do, and
I,
that's the thing. And it's so crazy because this is like a whole domestic violence story, and we saw this kind of play out in the Michelle A story. And if you remember, Dre did not want that story to come out because he didn't want to be portrayed that way, and that's what abusers do. I don't wish anything bad on Dr. Dre, but at the end of it all, I believe in what you put out. You get back.
right.
I'm not saying that's why he had a brain aneurysm or anything, but there could be some truth to that. And when you're in a relationship with somebody, because people, I've been there. Yeah, so I'm talking from experience. I'm
So
not
you
talking
think
about from, what I think. Okay,
so?
I've been in a relationship with somebody who done put their hands on me. I done put hands back on them and I stayed with them. I've
Mm-hmm.
been in a relationship with somebody who's gone as far to threaten to kill me, and my children. And now when my children got involved, that was a key thing. When my kids came out of their mouth, okay, now we gotta end this.
So
As
what?
long as my kids wasn't being brought up, I was okay. We gonna work through this. People have, stuff happen, but I don't believe in anybody putting their hands on somebody, because if you lay hands on somebody, you need to be prepared to get hit back
Well,
for
let me ask
real.
you. Let's go into the psychology of that for a minute. What makes you stay after a person put their hands on you? Like why stay? Like I get it. I know it's easier said than done, but take me into the psychology of that real quick.
So if, let's say you and Carissa get into it, y'all been
Mm-hmm.
together however long, y'all overcome some things together. One day y'all have an argument that it goes too far, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe she slap you in the face. You just gonna leave her?
No, I'm talking about the repeated incidents of abuse.
But this is the thing. A
What?
lot. I'm not talking about you come home every day and this happens.
Okay,
Okay, it happened here.
but it happens
You know,
every day. There's people in relationships now where this is
well,
happening every.
I can't speak for every day, because every day now I'd be in jail. Somebody would be dead if it was every day. But okay, let's be real. Let's be real here and have a real conversation about relationships.
Okay.
There are some relationships that have been together 10, 15, 20, 40 years, and at some point the people ended up getting physical. Not all,
Mhm.
okay, but it happens.
Yes, I agree
You
with that.
know, so I'll say for me, I'll use my incident. The first time it happened, if I felt like, I had black eyes and, all of that, it wasn't just okay, this joker done put his hands on me. He done put his hands, around my neck. We done had some words. You gotta, you take a couple days, you cool off, then you come back. It's not something that's happening every day. And then the other thing, when you with somebody that's abusive, there are other little things that they do and say that's not necessarily them putting their hands on you.
Uh-huh.
It's a whole manipulation thing. It's a whole manipulation thing, and then you as a person, you have to you have to come to a realization that I don't. This ain't what I want to do. Because for me, that second time I'm like, okay, listen, this right here, this ain't about to work.
Right.
And you done put my kid, you done brought my kid, my kids came out your mouth. My kids ain't got nothing to do. My kids ain't even here. So why is this happening? So with her and Dre, and DJ Earl was talking about,
You bringing up
she's
the deep
trying to,
bars incident.
yeah, D Barnes, and I don't think that that's her trying to trump up charges. Is, Dre has a history of this. How you gonna jump on the reporter?
The D Barnes incident was a definite eye opener for a lot of people about Drake. That was an alarming situation about Drake. Because like I said, I in that particular instance, I had no choice but to believe D Barnes. It was
Yeah,
she threw her whole career away off of this incident. Just said the hell with the industry, the hell with everything. I'm done with this ish. That tells me everything I need to know. Like this girl said, I don't want to. Like that was a bad incident. So I don't really think this has anything to do with D Barnes.
no.
Okay.
I mean, the point is that there is evidence of Dre being this way. You
Mhm.
know, this
Correct.
I mean, somebody just Dre just needs to admit that he has a problem, which most abusers like that don't. And then on top of that, Dre got money. He has fame. He has power. So I could imagine that he is something else to deal with.
Well, let's. I mean,
But and just as far as he goes to the left, being abusive, he
mhm.
can go just as far back to the right and probably be so sweet and make you feel like, oh, this is never gonna happen again. And we can't sit up and call people stupid for staying in a relationship. You can't, because you're not in a relationship with them, so you don't know what's going on. You don't know what that tie is.
And that's why I'm trying to find out. That's why I'm trying to dig into the psychology of the situation. Is like Chris says right here.
Yeah.
It's a cycle of abuse. The abuser beats them down emotionally, separates them from the support system, has financial control, then they're afraid to leave. And I've seen that in a lot of instances, but we also seen instances where none of that happens, and some people just still stay. And that's what that I think that's the part that baffles me. Because I don't know as much as we know now about abuse and domestic abuse and the situations that folks find themselves in. As much information as we know now about the psychology of it, it would seem more people would do better, or some more people would move around and get themselves out of these situations. Uh,
Nah, cause when you get in a situation, like it don't happen right off. Like by the time, well, in some cases, it doesn't happen right off. You're invested. So
mhm,
there's that hope there. You trying to make it work. I mean, especially for we and I know that other races go through this too, but I'm gonna talk about black people right now.
okay.
Okay, we're always portrayed as baby mamas and a baby daddy running around doing everything, or if it is a single man and he decides to be with a black woman, she has to deal with him having multiple women. They don't push the agenda of the black family.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
And so psychology, from a psychological standpoint, when you get in a relationship, I mean, I say me myself, if I get in a relationship with somebody, I'm gonna do everything I can to try to make it work because I want to beat that stereotype. I don't want to be that person that, you know, oh, I didn't stay, I gave up too quick,
mhm,
I didn't give this person a chance.
mhm.
You don't want to be that, but yeah, at some point you have to say you have to pick and choose. Yeah, yeah, and Chris is right. They pick their targets too.
Mhm.
Yes, people who are vetted that will over time fall into the trap, and they do, and the and everything she said here
Mhm.
um about separating them from their support system has financial control. Sometimes the man don't have financial control,
Mhm.
but he will beat them down emotionally and separate them from their support system. And this is what'll happen. He'll start some mess between the female and her friends, her cousins, her mom, and it'll be uh, they really just hating on you. That's how it starts.
Let me go ahead and pause you right there before you move on and say this is not exclusive to men too. Women can be abusers too. That's now continue. I don't want to. I do not want to. This. Nah, I'm not gonna sit here and let this. Men get abused too. It's possible. A man could be in a bad relationship, an abusive relationship as well, dealing with those same things. So let's keep it 100.
You know how when you having sex and your partner say something that's just thrown off and it just kill the mood.
Mm-hmm.
That's what just happened here.
Well, that's what's well. Damn it, I'm gonna kill the mood. Damn it, I'm gonna kill the mood. I don't care. Boo me, boo me. That's always the man's fault. Like this person just said on Twitch. GG Neon just said it's always the man fault. See, it's always the man fault.
It's
It's
not always the man's fault.
okay. Then. Thank you. I'm
It's
getting. Like
it's
I said,
not always the man's fault. I think when it
use
comes
this
to
food right now because I done seen it as well. I done seen men being in abusive relationships. No, they might not get slapped around. They might not get physically beat down. I done seen some women talk. I done seen it. I know a guy. I know a guy right now that I could tell he was a victim of emotional abuse from his female partner. I know this for a fact, and I just be looking at him like, dog,
so okay, that's somebody you know. So why does he stay?
because from what I can tell, they've been married for a long time. It's been for they've been together for forever. For what I can tell, what to me, I look at it as I wouldn't put up with that. I wouldn't put up with it. I wouldn't because like I said, I know for a fact this guy is a good guy. He takes care of the family, he pay all the bill. The girl ain't got to work. The girl ain't got to work. But yeah, I'm coming home and you talking reckless to me. I
Well,
think
what does she say? Like, what's some of the stuff that she says? Because we know, because the female, like you said, okay, let me clarify. It's not the man. Let me clarify. It's the man's fault for not checking the woman. I think it's 50-50. I think it's both people's fault when
Is that
it keeps happening. Now it's not a woman's fault that a man ball up his fist and hit her or slap her because he can't control his emotions.
absolutely?
However, I do
What's up?
say if you are the person that is being abused, it's up to you to make a decision on, hey, I need better from, and it takes some people longer to get there, because if you got in your mind, okay, he apologized, it's not gonna happen again, we're gonna make this work.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what they gonna try to do. But
Right.
when I feel some type of way when I hear men say, "Well, oh, some women are verbally abusive to me." Okay, what is she saying to you that is so abusive?
Emasculating things uh just saying, like I said, I haven't heard these things personally in my relationship, but I know we was out in this situation somewhere with these folks, and one of them said, and the lady said, well, I don't want to go out with you, or something like that. I don't want to go with you. I'd rather go by myself, and stuff like that. And like I said, I don't know their day to day. All I know is from what I saw. I mean, I'm going off of what I saw, and also what my friends that saw as well. They talked about this as well. Now I think they got the issue straight, because I know for a fact that they're still together, and they still married for what I know. But I think before what I heard in the last time I seen them recently, they that stopped. I could tell that it was a change made in some way, shape, or form, and that might have been the man standing up saying, "Hey, bro, I'm tired of this ish." You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't know exactly what those wordings are, but I do know that some men are verbally abused. They're being emasculated. They're being told that you ain't this and you ain't that, and what good is you, and all this other stuff. Look at you, like that kind of stuff. Like,
I mean, but if that's okay, so this is my question. Okay, so like with your friends or that couple, that
mhm.
might be the way they communicate.
that,
But in public, but when she did what they normally do in public, he
mhm.
acted like the victim, because sometimes that happens.
Oh
And
no,
some dudes,
ain't no, we gonna
some
act.
dudes be want some dudes be wanting sympathy, and
Ain't,
they'll run and go tell another woman, other man, she be saying this and that to me, and da 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 da. Okay, when in essence you can't, because let me be clear, there are women that can be verbally abusive.
and
I, I,
physical.
and physically.
Physical. All right.
I agree with that.
Stop that half-assing of men and women. All right. Keep it 100 all the way funky.
I can agree with that 100%.
Okay.
However, I don't agree with all of the things that people say are verbally abusive. Like if a woman is telling a man that he's not performing at a certain level, and I'm not talking about sexual, I'm talking about, in general. You
Mhm.
would a dude, the dude is, he's off his luck, maybe he lost his job or whatever, and now he's fallen into this hole and won't come out. And you if you care about this person and you want to see them do better, and you trying to make a relationship work with them, yeah, I'm gonna say, look, bro, you need to get up off your behind, and you need to do something, because
That's,
right now you're not being productive. But
that's not,
saying that,
that's saying that.
that's what you saying. But I'm telling you,
That's
it
not what I'm saying. Hold on,
that
hold on. That's not what I'm saying. If I'm out here handling all my business and taking care of everything, and you still telling me that I ain't shit, then no, you're being verbally abusive at this point. If I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, trying to be a loving husband, doing everything I'm right, but that still ain't good
but
enough for you, and you still
how you know that he was
talking
doing all
down.
that? But
That,
how you know he doing everything? You know that he go to work. That's all you know. You don't know what's happening in their house.
trying to use this one specific scenario. Okay, I'm talking about in the totality of it all. That is about the possibility of how, yes, women could be verbally abusive. You talking apples and oranges. Yes, you could say, hey, go up in there and go get motivated, get off your ass and go do something. That's not being verbally abusive. I'm never going to say that's verbally abusive. But if I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and you still got nothing but negative feedback and talk on me, that's no different than if you out here doing what you're supposed to be doing in your house, you cooking and cleaning, you carrying on and doing what you're supposed to be doing as a woman, and I still come up in there and say the eggs are still sour, the milk used to be
You ain't take the trash out.
take the
You
trash.
ain't You ain't putting no line in the trash.
Ain't nothing you do is good enough for this person. That's emotional abuse. That's somebody that's not showing appreciation for you and your contributions to the relationship.
I
That's
agree with
what I'm
that.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think I'm never going to sit there and say that you trying to motivate me if I'm just sitting on my ass and I ain't doing nothing is verbal abuse. That's not verbal abuse. But if everything that I do is not good enough for you and all you got is negative talk from me, that is verbal abuse. That's what I mean.
Well, maybe you need to do a conference on that and explain that to all of the men in America because some men think that if you just tell them, hey, you gotta, we gotta keep moving. You gotta get out of this rut. If
Right.
you say that, you're being verbally abusive. You're not appreciative. You don't understand what they going through.
That's boys who ain't ever had to deal with real issues in their life. They don't understand how to be checked. You don't understand. Listen, everybody. Let me go ahead and separate gender out of this right now. All y'all need to deserve to get checked. Okay, at some point in our lives, men and women, we all need somebody to look us in the eyes and say, "You ain't shit. You need to get your shit together and get right." Like me and Shani do this often with each other. We do this quite often with each other. We look, hey man,
But
we
I
will
think it's different because our dynamic is different.
right,
We like we like siblings,
right.
and so but I mean I don't know. I personally prefer to have people around me that's gonna tell me the things I need to hear so that I can be better. I don't want a whole bunch of yeah you great because
Right.
somebody checked me this week on something and I was like you know
But
what
did
he
you,
right.
but did you feel abused?
No,
Did you
I
feel
didn't.
like
Mm-mm.
okay?
No, I
That's what
didn't
and that's
feel
what I'm
abused. Mm-mm.
and that's what I'm saying here. I think that's what we failed to connect on that little point is the fact that just because you're telling me something that is beneficial to me, like yes, I ain't gonna lie. Like Carissa came to me yesterday and told me something, and I ain't gonna front. I caught an attitude when she told me, and when I look back upon it, it was like, well, she was just trying to tell me because she wanted to make sure that things were better. I didn't take it as abuse, but I did get an attitude. Like I ain't gonna front. Like, why are you asking me this? What?
Uh-oh, close the door.
What?
Close the door. Because we can see Carissa.
She's not down. That's the
She,
TV.
she, no, a human
Oh,
body.
she know what it is, but she was here. She know I'm telling the truth.
No,
She
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying your wife is walking by and we can see. Oh my God, that's your room. Dang.
I can't close the door because I
Oh.
got stuff in the I'm not talking about your past. See, look all the stuff you done started in my house. See all the chaos you done started in my house. See all the chaos you done started in my
I'm
house.
just saying, because it's like when the kids on online school and the parents forget and they just walk around the house. It was like one of those moments. I was like, wait a minute, close the door.
No, I mean, like I said yesterday, I admit that when she came and brought me some information that she was just checking to verify the information that I had given her was factual and correct, and I probably got an attitude. I more than likely got an attitude, and look, go back to work. Yeah, you did get an attitude.
Say it, Carissa. Tell them, get them. Get them.
Yeah, look, see, I'll be back in the office on Monday. Look, there she go right there. She just walked by. See, I see. She just walked. Look, she keep walking by too. Just, just, just to be lurking. Just to be lurking for the sake of lurking. Look at her lurking just for the sake of lurking. Anyway, but no, like I said, I can't equate the two. You can't equate the two about yes, we might get an attitude or upset about something, but at the same time, I don't think it's abuse. If somebody's checking you and being honest with you and trying to get you to be your better self, is not abuse. Okay, it's not abuse. It's what
Yeah.
abuse is. You're doing everything you possibly can, and it's never good enough. It's never good enough. It's constantly still you this, and this. You ain't. What was that, Mister on the Color Purple? That is abuse.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was definitely abuse. Or
that
even on Greenleaf, Greenleaf, when Charity started messing with that minister,
Hmm.
and he really didn't like her. He was just using her.
Hmm.
That's abuse.
That's abuse. Like that's the
That's
signs.
abuse.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, with this Dre situation, we, and we joke and clown about Dre and his situation and stuff like that. But at the same time, I think Dre's situation, he does have a pattern. We got a established pattern. I think he also did some court, had to go to jail and do some court time for some of these incidents as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is, man. Like I said, but that's why Dre say give it a $2 million. Just go ahead and give it.
Yeah, because he probably don't want all that to come out. I mean, now what does concern me still is him signing the papers in the hospital. I,
Mhm.
for one, don't believe that the woman was like, "Here, you got to sign these papers on his deathbed."
Well, he ain't on his deathbed now, but
I
but
mean, well, you don't know with the brain aneurysm. If they kept him like that and they're monitoring him, thinking that it could happen again, that could kill you. Because when that happened, you have to you got to get help quick because you
yeah,
could be gone. So no, I mean that's a real serious thing. Even if he's sitting up and he's talking, and we really don't know what they're doing to him. We don't know if they perform surgery on him. If they had to perform surgery to go in to try to stop the bleeding, and that's right. So I wish him the best in that sense, but I also wish that he would just go on and just admit, you know what, let me just do the right thing, sincerely apologize for the wrong that he has done,
mhm.
sincere, like, and mean it, own it, and when you own it, learn from it, teach others not to do the same thing, stuff like that. That's what makes a difference. He can give her $2 million a month, but still terrorize her every month.
Mhm,
Be
mhm.
calling her, harassing her, or having people sitting outside her house, people following her, you know,
I don't,
calling people, lying on her, messing up her clients. It's a lot.
I don't think it's that crucial. I don't
You
think.
don't,
I
but
hope,
see,
I hope it
but
don't get crucial.
you really don't think it's that crucial,
I hope it don't get that crucial.
but you know that it can.
It can.
It can.
It can. It can get that.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. And but that right there, when you, because they ask the question. The question is always asked. Well, why did the woman go back to the man that beat her? Well, you know what? When you call the police or you go to the little advocacy place to get help,
Mhm.
then it become, well, since you didn't put him in jail, ain't nothing we can do.
Right.
Okay, so all right, well, he keep messing with me. Here are all these emails, here are these text messages with them. Well, that's just him trying to get back with you.
Mhm.
I'm
That's.
I'm not making this up. This is real stuff. I've lived this.
Mhm.
Okay, I've had to move 3 times because he keeps finding out where I'm living, and he's calling my kid's father, harassing my kid's father, calling my friends, harassing them, harassing my children. Well, we can't do nothing until
Yeah,
he.
yeah, and that's the thing.
Oh, sorry
And
about
but
that.
that
Trying
right
to share the
there,
video.
when you
Oh, I'm like, what is happening?
ask the question is always asked. Well, why did the woman go back
This
to
is
the man that
Facebook,
beat her?
man. This is
Well, you know
always just
what?
some BS.
When you call the
I
police,
guess I can't get out of here now. I'm trying to share the video.
But yeah, those are the things that happen, and I could see where some people would end up getting frustrated and be like, well, okay, because when you have a law enforcement person, oh well, he just trying to get back with you. And
Man,
then
that's,
if you have your abuser saying, "Don't nobody care about you but me," you might as well come back here. If your mind ain't strong enough, you will.
that's sad, and that's the heartbreaking thing about this whole situation and again, both sides. Let's be clear. This happens on both sides. Man and female. So I understand you talking from the perspective of that, but I still want to keep it like Chris said. You should everybody, no double standard. It is what it is. Both sides are wrong in this situation, and keep your damn hands to yourself. Let's just keep it down. Let's keep it it down to that. Be an adult. Keep your damn hands to yourself, and everybody will be fine. All right. Let's just keep it on. All right.
Well,
Now,
not just your hands, but your mean, ugly words too.
in your words too. In your words
Yeah,
too. You
that's
got
the other thing.
the verbal abuse again. Like I said, verbal abuse is a fine edged sword because some people, like I said, some people take negative talk as verbal abuse. Some people can't take positive feedback and they see it as abuse. So it is what it is. So you just stick to the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it really comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. That's in all your religious texts and every book and Bible. Shani Scott, can I ask you a question real quick about something real quick?
Go ahead.
Do you care that Shantae and Keisha Cole are having their versus battle again? Do you care? Do you still care at this point if they ever have this versus battle?
I mean, I want to see it, yeah, because I'm a big Keisha Cole fan, so I would like to see it and see the two of them together. Ashanti has some good songs, but yeah, I want to do the sing along with Keisha Cole, and we can sing along with Ashanti. It's something to do during this
Well,
pandemic season.
well, you're finally going to get your chance because next week, January 21st, Ashanti versus Keisha Cole will finally happen on Versus. They say this is the final date, and they're gonna have it come rain, snow, sleet, or hail. That's what they put in the comment. But
Okay.
ain't none of them four things stop you the last damn time. Ain't no rain, sleet, or snow stopped y'all the last time. It was Ashanti hard headed ass won't be flying out here to Africa and catching COVID the week of the damn show when they supposed to be popping off. I thought it was so funny though because Keisha Cole put in the comments on their Instagram feed, she put the side eye because you could tell she didn't had enough of this. She didn't had enough of the postponements. They didn't mess with her bag and her time and all this other stuff. At this point, I really don't care if they have this back. I'm like over it because we was hyping it up for like what a week and some change, and
Yeah, you
playing.
did a whole show on it.
We did a whole show on it and all this other stuff, and then they canceled it. Then they canceled it again. I think last week they were supposed to have it. They canceled it again. So now everybody's like, okay, we didn't had enough of it. So that's why I asked, do you still care if you still want to see this battle because it's
Yeah.
supposed to be happening next week, finally once and for all. Do you still care?
Yeah, I'm not sitting over here. Oh, I can't wait for that. But to know that it's coming, yeah, that's great. Because like I said, I'm a big Keisha Cole fan. I like Ashanti.
Mm-hmm.
I like Keisha Cole more. Music, artistic. Well, I've never met Ashanti. I've met Keisha Cole a couple times.
Mm-hmm. I
She
wanted
has
to.
some. Hmm?
I never met Keisha Cole or Ashanti, but at the same time, from what I can tell, and from what I seen in the last battle, from the battles that we put together, Keisha Cole gonna wash him.
Oh
I
yeah, most
I
definitely.
think it's a washing. From what we said, from our own research and things that we've done, it's gonna be a washing. Keisha Cole is gonna wash it. So I don't need. That's one of the reasons why I don't think I want to watch this battle anymore because now that I know that Keisha Cole has way more hits than Ashanti, I thought Ashanti had something, at least something buried in the chamber here and there.
Well, she has some. She got some songs that we gonna be sitting there definitely singing and feeling. But then her features, that pop up with like Ja Rule and stuff. That's big.
Mhm.
Ashanti, it is be nice to see Ashanti because Ashanti went through a whole transformation. Thank you, Chris. You have a good weekend too.
So you can,
Um, it would be nice to see her. I want to see Ashanti, what she's wearing, how she looks. How she's doing. Ashanti grabbed our heart because she dated Nelly for a little while. Their relationship went sideways. I do believe some of her songs, those last songs that she put out, were about him.
you really think that?
Yeah, because and even in his current relationship, there's some stories come out about stuff that he's doing, and it's like, oh, I was really hoping that Nelly wasn't that kind of guy, but
He a weird? Is he like a weirdo kind of dude, or just a general trash dude? like
trash dude,
a general.
trash dude. One woman ain't enough. We can't sit down. Just that thing, and I just don't understand that about men. And I know some y'all gonna say, well, women do it too, but I mean,
I wasn't gonna say that. I was going. What I was going to say is, what's so hard to understand about it? We y'all look at it as emotional. We look at it as physical.
But at what point do you? I mean, how is it that you can? And you know what? I keep talking about Greenleaf because I'm binging the season 4. I stopped watching it, but
I'm wondering why you've been talking Greenleaf a lot.
yeah.
So you watching that right now.
And so in one episode, and this is old. This is season 4, so I'm pretty sure all y'all have seen this. I'm real late, but
Mhm,
Jacob gets mad at his wife for having an affair,
mhm,
even though he in the first season he was having all kinds of affairs, and
mhm.
she didn't leave him. She stayed with him, and
Right.
so in this season she had an affair with this dude
And he big hot.
and got chlamydia, and so and then she got chlamydia.
What?
She didn't know she had it, and so she slept with Jacob. And so the next day, a couple days later, Jacob coming there talking about he's and I ain't never heard no man say this. I ain't never heard no man say this. But he said, "Hey, where them pills, them cranberry pills, that I think their daughter took whenever she had a urinary tract infection?" I'm like, "Y'all take cranberry? What?" you know? And so the wife told him, she said, "You don't have no urinary tract infection. You have chlamydia because I have chlamydia."
What?
And he just went off and he was like, "Get out of the house. I want a divorce." And she like, "Wait a minute, but all them times you cheated on me." And he
Yeah,
gonna say to her, "But I ain't bring you no disease."
thank you. That's what I was gonna say. I ain't bring you the claps. I ain't got you. I ain't got you itching down here. You ain't itching and scratching down there. At least I'm dipping in something
What's
clean.
the difference?
Dipping
No, no, you
You
can't.
gonna jump on some dirty D. How you gonna jump on some dirty D and bring it back to the crib? At least, and if you, okay, I can see like again, he had a leg to stand on. He had a leg to stand on, but it was just the cheating. But no, you came back and brought. Look, at least kept it in some. At least kept it in something clean. You jumped on some dirty D. So no, we no
That's
get
not
out.
necessarily true.
Yeah, you done jumped on some dirty.
She might have had some bacteria infection that she didn't tell him
Don't
about.
put that on me. Don't put that on me. You had some dirt. You would have jumped on the first dirty deed that came across. At least, I was swimming in the waters of Lake Minnetonka and purifying myself, and still came home and brought you some clean D. No, you won't go jump on some dirty D and then come bring me say dirty.
Yeah, so now he want a divorce. I haven't seen what else is gonna happen, but I'm like, I mean, she was dead wrong. Like even the whole thing of how it all played out and how it happened. I'm just like, mm, how did she? I don't know. I don't know.
That was crazy.
I don't
That's
know. And then it's like, and then you didn't use no protection. You
no,
didn't
but
use no protection.
you was really about to quake these two. But no, one violated. She violated now. She was wrong. She was at least
What's the difference? They both cheated. She
yes.
cheated. She cheated one time. He cheated multiple times, and this woman stayed. And now he want a divorce. I mean, he just like divorce, divorce. Get out the house.
I wouldn't say divorce, all that. But at the same time, you can't compare the two because like again, you came and brought me something. Well, okay, you've been in that situation before where you said your man was cheating on you. I'm quite sure that was one of the stipulations you had was don't you come bringing nothing that's gonna burn me in this house. I'm quite sure one of the stipulations.
Well, it really wouldn't, but
Yes, it was, but
I'll put it like this. This is how I'll answer that question. So when I got pregnant with Carly and Tamron, both times the question was asked, "Did y'all do this the regular way, or did you get artificially inseminated?"
wait, say that again.
You heard me. So
Wait,
for our situation,
say that again.
it was like
Turkey.
don't let the only thing was don't bring it to that. Don't it shouldn't make my front door. But Carly and Tamron wasn't no spontaneity.
Because like I said, you've been in that situation before. Like I said, I ain't never been in that situation before, but I do know that a lot of y'all who are in these situations who say, look, if you're gonna cheat on me, cheat on me. I know there's one stipulation: don't you bring nothing back that's going. If you're gonna be out here dipping something that's gonna be right. No, no, don't dip at all. I'll prefer that you don't dip. I would highly prefer that you don't dip. But if you do decide to go ahead and dip and go see your side piece or whatever, that you don't bring nothing back, that's gonna make my issue fall off.
I
So
mean, I just think you should, take care of yourself anyway. If you're, why wouldn't you, ask some questions and,
I
kind
was
of,
just fascinated by how you was about to take it there. You really was gonna take it there and say that man don't have the right to say get out my house because she done burnt me. My wife's rules are escorts only. She afraid I might fall in love. Escorts only? What?
well, at least they take care of themselves because that's their business. So,
Escorts
they can't
only?
be walking around like that.
Ain't paying for it. Never, 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 ever, 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 ever.
You pay for it. You paid for it all these years.
Well, I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay the woman. That's
Yeah. So what do you
that's
mean?
the, that's the only one. That's the only one. But I ain't know.
Ain't nothing in life free. My grandmama told me a long time ago, look, baby, ain't nothing in life free. And I was in my 30s when I finally figured out what she meant. Ain't nothing in life free. It doesn't fit
Ain't
into
paid
her
for.
territory. I mean, but I
Ain't
mean,
paid
at
for.
least, escorts, that's their job. So they, if that's your job and that's how you make your money, I'm not saying that all of, I mean, I don't know, but I would think if I'm an escort, then I'm gonna make sure that I'm functioning
On the up and
properly.
up. On the up and
Yeah,
up.
yeah, because I need these coins.
Going to proper maintenance checks and proper maintenance and oil changes and making sure you right. Some oil changes and some you know, 10-point inspection, 99-point inspection services every few months. Go and get your brake tag, safety inspection sticker slapped on your ass, and you get
All that, all
That's what,
that.
that's what you're saying. These escorts need now. They need safety inspection stickers on their butt cheeks. Just slap them on the ass with a safety. Oh, this good to go. Oh, girl, look, you need to go get that ticket. You need to go get your safety inspection stickers.
I think they should do that for all people. Like when you go get your test, I think they should include like the AIDS test, the STD kit when you go for your annual, and then it should be tattooed on you. So when you decide to be with somebody, they can just look at the tattoo and see if yeah.
oh, you've been quality certified.
Yeah, that'll help some people out because people they don't tell you the truth.
That is great.
They say whatever they need to say in the moment. You
That
see
is
that with these people
great.
walking around with COVID, got COVID, and still coming around you.
This is so great. You say that we as human beings should have safety inspection stickers on our asses.
Yeah,
Just
when you go for your annual, they should run all the tests on you, the HIV and AIDS test, all the STDs, and if you get anything that comes back positive, they need to tattoo it on a spot in your body. So when you decide to be intimate with somebody, they can check and see and know what they getting themselves into. What's wrong with that?
oh my goodness.
That would save a lot of lives.
That would be that also would be funny because I can imagine y'all getting it on, y'all kissing, y'all making love, y'all getting it on. It's about to go down, and then oh, you need to go get your safety inspector renewed. I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out.
Mm-mm.
Ain't nobody gonna be saying that. Ain't nobody gonna.
Well,
Oh,
then they can put the tattoo somewhere where it's easy to see, like right here or something, where you can
oh,
just move something and just like let me see.
nah. That's reaching a little bit. That's a good read. I like the idea. I love the concept though. I like the concept. We treat our bodies like automobiles. Look, you get safety inspection stickers. You got to go get insurance. you got to
Hey, you
you got to
gotta
go.
have insurance on your life. If you
Gotta,
die,
no,
somebody
you
got
ain't
to
got
pay
to have
for it.
insurance for your life. You ain't got to have it. You got to have it for your car. You should have it for your life.
You should have
You
it for
should
your
have it for
life.
you. You should have it for your
You
life.
have to have it for your health. I mean, so I think that's, that way people would be more transparent because you can't change that tattoo. Well, I guess you go to a tattoo artist and try to have, but they need to have something special and they stamp it on there and then okay, this person had chlamydia. This person had gonorrhea.
Now, what if you had all of them? Like this, like that? If you get the whole rundown on
You
your,
get the whole rundown. Cause it's people out there like that.
I agree. I know there's people out there, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna do us a huge service because
Yeah,
like
because the people would know. Like
people still gonna get down though, but people you can't stop people. They still gonna do it. They still gonna.
but they have a choice now. They know going in that what, if I lay down with this one, I might get up with AIDS. They know this going in.
Oh, I gotta do it though.
Yeah, they know it going in because I don't. I mean, when I was when you used to do all the HIV and AIDS testing, the stories that I would hear as to why the people were coming to get their test, which I mean, I would be like, "This really happened?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow!"
right,
So that's like so real to me. It's
right.
I don't think I'm invincible or anything, and that made me just. I'm a single woman out here. And I'd be like, nah, that's all right. I ain't got no else to waste or take a chance with on you. And I don't know what's going on.
I feel you. I feel you on that one. I ain't mad at you, especially for y'all single folks. It's
Mm-mm.
real out here. Y'all gotta march through these waters treacherously, treacherous waters.
And the numbers like for STDs, HIV, AIDS is higher for people that's older than us.
Yeah, because yeah,
And
that's why I've been trying to tell people. Older folks turn. The older you get, the more sexually turned up you gonna get. You telling
well,
folks.
a lot of like for the men,
Uh huh.
you know where they catching it?
Where?
The old men that's be tricking and being sugar daddies.
I'd buy that
That right there. I'm telling you, the research is there. And I encourage everyone to,
So the
work
sugar,
with.
so the sugar daddy's getting the STDs from the young girls out here tricking, because they out here tricking. They're getting basically that's what you're saying. They out here tricking they're getting it from the young girls.
Right, and that's because the young girls have their young boyfriends that they sleeping with too. They're not just sleeping with the older
Fast.
men.
This is a fascinating world we're diving into.
And then, you know, I mean, it's just so much that if just take some time to learn about HIV, AIDS, how it's contracted, how it really starts, you would be surprised. You can volunteer and test, and the more you learn about it, and then for my family, we've had a couple of people die from HIV and AIDS, so it was real to me at a young age. Like, wait a minute, that's what, and you get this how, because it's not just sexual. I had um, my favorite uncle I lost when I was in my late teens, early 20s. Well, he was a big heroin user. He used needles all the time, and he sat me down and explained to me because this is my uncle that used to watch me. This is my mama baby brother, and so he walked me to the candy store. We go get hamburger. He give me all the junk that I wasn't supposed to have. We
Right.
shared soda pops and stuff. And when that had to stop, he had to explain to me, listen, this is what happened. This is what I'm living with. And we watched him die. I watched him from being this big, burly man to this little frail person. I mean, he was so little. He was smaller than me when he passed. And I'm talking about me 1920. So it's real.
Right.
And I when I think about like even our music and what's put out and how it's just, oh, I slept with this one and I'm a bust on your face and it's like, wait, are y'all really moving around like that just because she look good? You hopping on it just because he got a car or he driving a car? It might not even be his car, it might be rented. That is that's just real, and I think everybody should take some time to, if you out there having sex or wanting to have sex, um,
Walton.
wanting to have sex, if you still sexually active and that's something that you gonna be doing,
Right.
just educate yourself on the person. Don't be afraid to ask those questions because
Now we just got to get it on. That's what it is. Ain't nobody got time for all that for these conversations and this talk. We trying to get it on. That's what it is. Especially some of y'all older folks. Before we get up out of here, though, we got to talk about this story because this is a story that's close to you because you actually are familiar with Kirby John Caldwell.
oh yeah,
We got to talk about this story. Uh, we
yeah,
probably touch on it on Monday, but it's an unfortunate story. Kirby John Caldwell, who led the Winter Village United Methodist Church, was sentenced to 6 years in prison, followed by a year of supervised release for conspiracy to commit wire fraud. He expressed profound remorse and accepted full responsibility for his actions in court. And although he was ordered to pay just $3,000 in restitution as well as a fine of $125,000, Caldwell is
$3,000.
yes, $3,000 restitution, 3,500 to be exact, as well as a fine of $125,000. Caldwell has reportedly paid his restitution ahead of his prison
I'm
sentence.
sure he did.
I'm sure you get knock that out the box.
$3,500. That's it.
And the restitution period has begun prior to his indictment. The defendants in this case abused the trust that the victims had placed in him. Apparently, him and a co-defendant, Gregory Allen Smith, had duped investors of an investment of historical Chinese bonds. The two, however, failed to inform potential investors that the bonds were worthless. And the SEC has considered Chinese bonds to be collectibles with no value other than in regards to memorabilia. The pastor received approximately $900,000 in the deal, using the money to pay down debts, including personal loans, mortgages, and credit cards, as well as maintain his lifestyle. Investors never received returns for the bonds, and the scheme reportedly brought in $3.5 million. Smith was also convicted and will spend 6 years behind bars. Unfortunate.
So why they didn't give the people their money if they brought in
It was,
3.5 million?
it was a scam from the jump. That was a whole. That was the scam.
So
Yeah.
what they think these people gonna do about their money? That tripped me out. Like when I watch Greed, and these people take thousands and hundreds and thousands of dollars from people, thinking they gonna be able to tap dance and tell them, "Oh, I lost your $200,000," and they not gonna get tagged.
Right, right, and like, and that's the fear you got to look out for, especially with these people who are always on these social media spaces and everywhere else talking about we gonna take this 500 and flip it into 5,000 and all this other stuff. But at the same time, you know, he needed to get the book thrown at him because he's a pastor. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you people are going to trust you if you say you have an investment or something that's going to make them money, especially when you hold that weight as a pastor of a church, of a big church at that, a mega church at that. So
Yeah,
you know,
Windsor
and that's what
Village is a
and
big
that's
church.
basically what he did in this situation. He basically abused his power as a pastor to say, you know what, I got these, knowing that them things ain't worth nothing, knowing that them things ain't worth nothing, and still kept taking these people money. That's where is your conscience at? Where is your conscience and where is your moral standing on that when it comes to that situation? What happened, Pastor Caldwell? What happened? The money got too good, baby.
I
Like,
guess so because I used to go to his church in the summer. In the summertime, my godmother was a member of Windsor Village. So when I would go see her for the summer, every summer she put me in the Windsor Village Vacation Bible School.
yes, leave
Um,
2468. Who do we appreciate? Vacation Bible School. Rah, rah, rah. Sorry.
that's what y'all said at y'all Vacation Bible School.
That's what I used to say.
Oh,
It's
okay.
drilled, as you can see, it's drilled into my brain. I keep telling y'all, Mel's have been in the church. Yes, I spent many a summer at a vacation Bible school. Did y'all
We
get
went to
did y'all get the free trip at the end? Did y'all go on the trip at the end of vacation Bible school?
not at Windsor Village. No, they had activities for us. I mean, it was interesting. Theirs was a little different from ours at Concord, but we would have activities every day, from like 4 to 6 or something. It was some weird hour,
Mm.
and then we had a little program at the end, and that was it. But I mean, he always seemed like a nice man. But I mean, I guess
I mean,
everybody seemed nice I guess scammers got to be nice, huh?
Yes, they super nice. Scammers are super nice.
They
They
got to be people. You know, people's people. I don't
uh,
know.
damn, y'all used to go on trip because we used to do that. Like that was our thing. Like that's how we would entice the hood to come in. Like if that was one week during the summer where you can get the whole hood and all the ghouls and the thugs to come to church, it was Vacation Bible School week. Because at the end of the week, if you attended at least 2 or 3 days of Vacation Bible School, you was eligible to go on a water park trip at the end of the week. We would go out.
Oh,
We would load up the bus and they would get the church would get buses and we would load the kids up and we would go to water park. And so the whole hood will come out. Couldn't get them jokers in there on a Sunday or for anything else, but that one week of Vacation Bible School, the whole hood out there, the thugs, the gangsters.
no, we had other trips. Like now, when I went to New Birth in Atlanta under Bishop Eddie Long, we would have a trip that we went on every year.
Mhm.
Just a trip, but it wasn't after Vacation Bible School.
Nah, that was our thing. We would get to go to Waterland, USA, Blue Bayou Water Park, Astro. I think one year we did Astro World. We actually took the entire thing out to Astro World in Houston when it was open.
Wow.
And we had a blast. Like, but you had to sit through that week of 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Vacation Bible School. Yay! That's what you had to sit through.
We would have been looking at them like, what? I went to the bougie Vacation Bible School.
All right, well, it's time for us to get up out of here. It's time to wrap this up. Get on to our weekend, and also remind y'all about Action Jackson Super Swing Golf Tournament happening at Top Golf. I can't wait for this, man, because this is huge, yo. Y'all need to be in the building for this.
I'm really getting excited. We had a conversation last night with some people that might be a part of it, and it'll help Action reach his goal. We're trying to raise $10,000 for the entire thing, but I think we're going to get there. I think we're going to get there before February 7th.
That's all right.
Top Golf is at 8787 Park Lane in Dallas, Texas. If you want to play in one of the bays, all you got to do is register at actionsaidride.com. Register at actionsaidride.com. You can also get information there about sponsorship or if you just want to make a donation to the cause. And then tonight on the Media Room 360, we have a new show debuting. It is called Muck and Killer Talking Black.
I like the sound of that.
Muck and Killer Talking Black. Yeah, I'm curious to see what Talking Black is. You
I
know,
like that.
they have a saying you talking white, so they're gonna be talking black. So you can check it out tonight right after Big Bink's break room.
I like the sound of
Um,
that. No
Muck
doubt.
and Killer will be on at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. They'll be on from 9 to 10. So check them out there and make sure you download the Media Room 360 app. Make sure you download that now.
No doubt. No doubt. And catch the podcast on all your social streaming services. Just follow the Melz on the MIC podcast channel, and you can catch this audio version of the podcast wherever you may be at. Don't forget Actions with an S, AIDSRide.com for my folks listening on the pod. Actions, ACTIONS, AIDSRide.com to get signed up for the big Top Golf event that's happening on Super Bowl weekend. Shout out to the Who Dat Nation. Good luck this weekend to all your football teams. We will see you guys back here and have a great and safe MLK weekend. Think about Dr. King and his legacy and all that other stuff. And we'll see you guys back here next week. The King and
All
Queen,
right.
we out. Peace.
We out. Love you too, Sky.